In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to get a free SSL certificate for your website. There are several methods to be able to do this, but I'm going to focus in on one and touch upon the other, but won't go into the detail because I don't use the second method. Instead of going into what is an SSL certificate and giving you a bunch of technobabble that talks about the certificate signing authority giving you a certificate so that your site can be shown as secure, I'm just going to say an SSL certificate helps give the users of your site that warm and fuzzy feeling, not seeing the not secure icon up here, and this will allow for your users to see the HTTPS instead of the HTTP, and allow you to avoid getting that big message that no one wants to see that your site is unsecure. Again, it's that warm and trusting feeling that you want to present to your users. The first thing you want to do is go to www.cloudflare.com. That's CLOUDFLARE.com. Now you're going to click on Sign Up. And here you will type in your email address that you wish to use and the password you want to use with that email address, and then click on Sign Up. Next, in my case, I want a SSL certificate and I want that on my website, so I'm going to be using this option, Accelerate and Protect Your Website or Applications. So I'll click Get Started. And here I will type the name of my website. Remember, don't type the HTTPS or any of that stuff, just the website itself. So I simply go to my website and then copy and paste the URL there, and then I remove the HTTP : / I don't need it. And I'm going to remove the last slash at the bottom the website put in. Again, don't need that as well. I don't have any www, but I would have removed that if it had put it in as well. And then I'm going to click on Add Site. It is offering me a couple different plans. There's some Pro plan that offers these. Currently for $20 a month or $250 billed annually, a business plan for $200 a month or $2,400 billed annually, and an enterprise plan that's price is unlisted, and you'd want to contact support if you were interested in that. But I'm going to come down here and use the free plan. That is more than sufficient for what I need. I want this universal SSL certificate and fast and easy use DNS. So I'm going to select that and I'm going to hit continue. This will bring me to a page that shows me my current DNS records, and I'm just going to click on continue. Next, it takes me to a page that tells me exactly what to do next. It knows my hosting provider is GoDaddy. It already figured that out based on the website URL that I had provided it. And it says to log into that GoDaddy website account. And it wants me to remove my old DNS that GoDaddy provided, both of the two DNSs that it provided, and replace it with the Cloudflare DNS addresses that Cloudflare is providing, and then hit save. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to hold down the control key and open up GoDaddy. My account is already logged in, and I'm going to click on the pull down menu on my name, and then I'm going to click on My Products. I'm going to scroll down until I see all products and services and I see domains. That's where I want to be, and I'm going to find, I have a number of websites. I'm going to find the one in question. It's right here, and I'm going to click on the word DNS. Here it shows me a lot of the same stuff that was shown previously. in the other screen, but I'm going to keep scrolling down until I find where it says name servers. These are the old name servers, and I'm going to click on change. I'm going to personally ignore the warning, but you should read through it and verify that's what you want to do. I'm going to click on enter my own name servers advanced. And here I'm going to go back to Cloudflare and click on this copy, click to copy. Next I'm going to come back to GoDaddy and I'm going to paste it under name server 1. Going back to Cloudflare and click to copy. I'm going to come back here and paste in name server 2. Save. It's telling me changing the name servers is risky and could potentially lead to your website disappearing from public view. Since I should mention that you want to make absolutely sure you know the names of those old name servers beforehand, so you can change it back to those if something goes wrong. So before you hit continue here, make sure you figure out what those name servers were on GoDaddy. I'm going to say yes, continue. Success, your request is in progress, most name server updates, blah. I see now that when I go down to name servers, I see my new name servers. That's good. And over here it says registration can take up to 24 hours to process name server updates. You will receive an email when your site is active on Cloudflare. It typically takes 10 to 20 minutes in most cases, but I guess it could take up to 24 hours. So be patient, give it a try in about half an hour. Now, once you've completed replacing the DNS names on your hosting provider, come down to where it says Done, Check Name Servers, click it. Now you need to complete these quick steps. So click on Get Started. Just click Save. So this will do the automatic HTTP rewrites. So click Save. Over here, all this is HTTPS. You want to click on it and enable it and click Save. And here, speed up page load times for your visitors' HTTPS traffic by applying Barati compressions. So we'll click Save for that as well. And we see on, and on. We'll click Finish. And on this page, we're seeing that it can take up to 24 hours for the name server update. Typically, it takes between 10 and 30 minutes at most. So be patient and check it in about half an hour. And verify that you now have a lock symbol up there. So I'm going to give it about 20 minutes and then I will resume. Okay, now when I refresh the site that I'm putting the SSL certificate on, I do indeed see a padlock and it is now secure. However, when I look at the pages themselves, the header bar where I have the home button, the contact us page, the gallery page, all of the text is way too low on the page. And it's missing the images that I put on there. So a lot of the pages are not working as I'm anticipating. So the next thing I do is right-click on the website itself and click on Inspect. And then I opened it up in a detached window. Here, I click on Council. I see that the page was actually loaded over HTTPS as it should be, but there are some things that are requesting insecure content over HTTP, and it will not allow that since now it's going through HTTPS. So I need to go and figure out how to fix that. So looking into this further, I found an article on Cloudflare's support pages called Troubleshooting Mixed Content Errors. This seems to be the issue that I'm facing based on the information I saw on the console page when I inspected the website. And over here, they seem to have a recommendation. It states Cloudflare recommends WordPress users to install Cloudflare WordPress plugin and enable the automatic HTTPS rewrite option within the plugin. Alternatively, Cloudflare recommends SSL insecure content filter or really simple SSL plugin to automatically replace the HTTP with HTTPS. So they've provided like 3 options there. Let's go with the one that says Cloudflare WordPress plugin. So let's do that next. So the next thing I'm doing is I went into the WP admin page of my website. I clicked on plugins and then I clicked on add new. Then I typed in Cloudflare in the search, and then I see there is an app called Cloudflare with 200,000 plus active installations. So I'm going to install it. And I'm going to activate it. After that, I click on plugins. It takes me to the plugins page. I see Cloudflare is there and it's active. I'm going to click on settings. Here I see it's asking me to log in. I already have a Cloudflare account, so I can just click on sign in. And I'm going to fill in my details and click the credentials. Here it's actually asking me for my email plus my global API key or API token. If I go back to Cloudflare and log into the website, it's on the right hand side. And I'm just going to copy it and paste it here. So I have to go back to the Cloudflare website and I have to click on Get Your API Token. And here I'm going to click the global API key and I'm going to click on View. It's going to ask me for my password. I'm going to type that in to move forward so I can view my key. So I copied my global API key from there, and definitely never share that key with anyone. Protect it like your password. And I also put in my email address here. Now I'm going to click on Save API Credentials. At this point, I'm not going to mess around with any of these settings that Cloudflare offers in its plugin, but rather I'm just going to go out and see if the website is now resolved and if the issues are fixed. The next thing I do is go to the page in question and I verify the padlock icon is still present in the URL bar and that it's still HTTPS, so that's going well. I now see that the home button, the gallery button, and the contact page button is now at the right spot and not too low on the page, so that's a great sign. I'm going to scroll down and verify that I see all the pictures showing up, and they all appear to be back. So just the act of adding in the Cloudflare plugin and signing in to that account resolved the issue. But that's not all that we have to do. We need to test this out on a mobile device by going and clicking on that link and verifying if it works there. And when I did that, I saw there was an exclamation mark on the URL bar instead of the padlock icon. So I'm not sure why that's showing up, and when I refreshed the page, then I saw the padlock icon. So what I did was come back to this page and right-click on Inspect, right-click anywhere on the page and click on Inspect, and then in the inspection page, I clicked on Console tab, and I saw there are still a couple of the mixed content warnings or errors present. So I suspect on the mobile device, when I load it twice, then it goes away. But the first time I see an exclamation mark. I don't really want them to see an exclamation mark, meaning the user see an exclamation mark, and they're getting it because some of the items are still mixed content. But most of the bugs are resolved, so that's a good thing. To resolve this, I'm going to try to update all my WordPress plugins and then go into my JavaScript and see if I have newer versions of that, and I think that would likely resolve the issue. I'm not going to show that here, only because each person will be running into different issues, and they will need to investigate based on the issue that they're facing. At the start of this video, I had also mentioned we will talk about a second method in the event you do not want to use Cloudflare. There is something called Let's Encrypt out there that allows you to have free SSL certificates as well. It will generate 2 files for you from a third-party provider, and you would take it to your hosting provider, in my case GoDaddy, and I would place them there. I'm not going to go into and show that because I have not experimented with it, but I know the method exists out there, and I found this documentation on GoDaddy's website. The key takeaway here is it only lives for 90 days for that certificate, and then you need to go to that third-party provider and download the 2 items again and reinstall every 90 days. I don't really want to deal with having to do that every 3 months, so I went for the route of using the Cloudflare instead, and I think it's working well for me and my purposes. But if you need to experiment with this option is out there as well. We hope you found this video very useful, and it's able to save you quite a bit of money in not having to purchase SSL certificates annually from your web hosting provider. It can add up to a pretty penny. If you did find this video useful, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and ring that notification bell. And we'll see you in the next one.